mahodadhirivāhaṃ prapañco vīcisannibhaḥ iti jñānaṃ tathaitasya na tyāgo na graho layaḥ. I am like the ocean, and the universe is like a wave. This is true knowledge. There is nothing then to be renounced, nor to be accepted, nor to be destroyed. This is not like the earlier verses on wave ocean from Ashtavakra Gita and other treatises given to you many times already. This is different and needs intense contemplation. In the previous verse, at transcendental level, the sage could not recognize the existence of creation. In this verse, the sage roars again that he does not exist in creation, so that this can be comprehended by mumukshus in centuries to come. He roars and he confirms his state, though he accepts the creation as well. Earlier, the creation was somewhere like a small pot in the space, and he had no cognizance of the creation. Here in this verse, the ocean does recognize wave. So, he does recognize the creation, and yet he explains his state, he shares his state for all sadhakas who are also recognizing creation, as to how they have to gradually transcend the creation from their present state of being aware of the creation. Janaka, at his transcendental state, imaginatively must have walked through his palace, must have seen his wives, his ministers, etc. And then this verse must have emerged from within. Ocean exists at substratum level, pure consciousness. Waves arise at surface level, creation. In the earlier ocean wave analogy given in the ocean wave pour years before, the entire understanding or the entire sharing or experiencing was from the waves side. He talked all about the waves to reach to the ultimate realization of the wave that it is nothing other than water. But all of that was from the waves dimension. That is from the jiva's dimension, existing with ego. In this verse, the tables are turned. It is the ocean that is roaring now. It is from a videha mukta, existing as substratum pure consciousness. As ocean, he says, I am aware of the apparent emergence and existence of waves. That is creation. When I see something, when I see some objects before me, if I have any disturbance in my consciousness, vritti in me, then I can be aware of the object. In this case, the creation with all its experience to be given, the wave with its rise, different waves with different level, signifying different beings with different vasanas, or the objects which dance before me, aiming to disturb me. However, there is no vritti, disturbance in me, the pure consciousness. Even though I may see the emergence of waves, I may witness the objects trying to disturb me, the consciousness. I am aware of the waves, I am aware of the creation, but I cannot recognize or feel or experience any plurality, any duality, anything other than me, the pure consciousness. If the wave is different from me, then there is a possibility of me, or there is a necessity for me to renounce the wave, or to accept the wave which is coming back to me, or to destroy the apprehension of wave. How do I accept or renounce or dissolve anything when, or how do I accept or renounce or dissolve the wave when I see wave as nothing other than me, though apparently it seems to be different than me? If I were the wave myself, that is Jiva myself, then with all the disturbance, I must definitely dissolve totally into the substratum ocean, that is consciousness. But as substratum ocean, how do I dissolve into what I can dissolve or merge? The difference between the earlier verse and this verse is that in the existing verse, as we started this commentary, Janaka could not recognize existing as space, the limited jar creation. In this verse, the ocean Janaka does recognize the limited creation, wave, apparent creation, apparent wave. And yet, as eye of the eye, as the seer, does not see any difference between himself, the ocean, and the limited wave creation. Here also, the state is the same. He exists as Kaivalya. Chinmaya writes, with this striking example, the idea that the infinite gets conditioned is totally removed from the reflective mind of the contemplative student. Yet, the idea that the infinite undergoes modifications in expressing as the pluralistic phenomenal world is not excluded from the picture of the ocean and the waves. Right? Thus, unquote, thus Janaka, with reverence and yet with no fear, submits before his master that in his absolute state he is neither able to accept or reject anything, nor can he dissolve in any other thing. Na tyāgo na graho layaḥ. If you have to interpret this at transcendental level, then the contemplation takes off to another totally different ultimate dimension. What is that dimension? The Jivan Mukta exists as the substratum ocean. And existing as the substratum ocean, he cannot see the wave because wave is at the surface level and he is at the substratum. So he is unable to see or perceive the wave even. His disciple may come to him and say that there are waves at the surface level, arising, existing for a while and merging to the source, his master ocean. The master says, oh, are there waves emanating from me, staying away from me, and then merging into me? Oh, well, you can see all of them. I cannot perceive them from my substratum level. Existing as absolute consciousness, I cannot perceive creation emerging from me, existing for a while and then merging back to me. I am alone. I am whole. I am undivided. I see no plurality. I see nothing other than me. Hari Om Tat Sat.